Yeah, I put the camera on like multi-shot, and then I kind of like went like different paths to a lot of buildings that I included in my photography project, so that it would like link in.
Yeah, I like it.
Thanks.
So what, 3 frames a second or 6?
I think it's 5 frames per second. Yeah.
Do you want to show us photographs?
Yeah.
Just kind of maybe spread them out in a
Yeah, sure.
circle?
So I put them in an envelope because my project links up with mail art, which is like a movement that tacitly was
You have
influenced
to
by.
stay, if you're talking,
Oh,
you
sorry.
have to stay near the
Show it
microphone.
Yeah, so basically Tacitadine was mildly influenced by mail art, like with her JG exhibition, which is what my project is influenced by. And in her exhibition, she like imbued new modern life onto old life and old landscapes. And so I've reworked that and put like old activities and old figures onto new landscapes. It's kind of faint, like you might not be able to see it from far away, but there's like outlines of figures on each one, and they're all like 1920s figures.
Are they in the video?
No, they're not.
How did you do them?
I found like old 1920s archive photos, and then I drew them onto acetate paper, and then I scanned it all in, so it was all collated.
Did you use Photoshop?
No, I didn't.
Do you put a filter on?
No, I didn't. The exposure settings on my camera were quite. I set them to be quite sort of gloomy, to give it a sort of old look, but
Yeah, it's really nice.
still retain modern.
It's the old magenta, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all the same kind of shade of colour,
Yeah.
and some are some are more covered than others. Like this one here, like you're sort of underneath like a bridge type thing,
Yeah.
but it looks exactly the same as if you're out in the open, possibly the further.
Yeah.
Why does the video look different? What's intentional?
The video looks different because, there's not really a specific intention behind it, to be honest.
Not a good answer. Not a good answer.
Well, I guess I could say that, I made the photos, the video look lighter, to go with the modern technology of the new world that I was trying to display, in contrast with the 1920s era.
And is there anything that you would change in an ideal world?
Yeah, I'd have made the figures a lot bolder and stronger, but I wasn't sure exactly how to do that.
I quite like them being faint, aesthetically. I find that quite pleasurable that you have to kind of spot them.
I mean, because the original plan was to just make them outlines, because I wanted it to be they were almost invisible. So I guess it's good that it came out slightly faint in some ways, because I wanted it to be like echoes of the 1920s, but that they were quite detached from the modern world.
Why specifically the 20s?
Because
It's 2,000 years old.
I looked at that era, and I thought that it would be interesting to include some very old, old fashions and old activities as well. So I've got a woman on the Thames in an old bathing suit, and where there's a modern bike by the Thames Bridge, there's a really old penny farthing kind of bike.
For example, this photograph, the one used in the year with the Thames and the, as you say, bathing suits and stuff. Did you research that area?
You mean the Thames?
Well, you obviously started with a photograph of the 1920s, but did you research what happened in that area in the 20s?
No, I didn't.
Used for how it fitted into the fabric of London?
No, I didn't, because the focus really was on the modern landscape and the modern architecture, and I just wanted to include these figures to be just a faint reminder of the past, but not the complete focal point of it.
Okay, so what do you think you learned?
I've learnt how to transpose one image onto another, and I've learnt a lot about Tastadine and mail art as well.
And what would you say the main thing you've learned about Tastadine is? Did you go beyond her you went to mail art, so
Yeah.
what else did you find out?
So I looked at Ray Johnson and this other guy called Georgie. I can't remember his second name, but it begins with a G. And they were both in the New York Correspondence School. And Ray Johnson started off the whole movement of mail art, and it came from the Flux movement, which was in the 1950s and the 1960s, and Fluxus, sorry. And yeah, they used a lot of mixed media. And Tastadine, you can see that throughout her work, she uses, obviously in her exhibition with the postcards, she painted on, so she used photography and paint, and she did a video as well in that exhibition. And so she's incorporated a lot of the foundations of their movement into her piece. So yeah, so I thought it would be a good idea to use mixed media.
Okay. Do you want to say something, or should I say something? Okay, I'll say something. I wanted more.
That's what I was going to say.
You're just saying that. I wanted more. There's 10 pictures, and they're quite small pictures.
Oh yeah, there is 11. I was thinking, I'm sure there's more.
Nonetheless, they're quite small, and they don't feed me enough. They're nice. I like them, and I actually do like the pale quality of the image. Although I wish you had used Photoshop to explore how to do that.
Turn it into an animation.
Yes, all of that, and the film was too short as well. So it all felt like it's a bit of a rush, and then you forgot it. So that was really a rush.
Yeah.
So my feeling is that you didn't manage your time very well.
No.
Is that common? Is that normal for you?
Yeah, I'm quite a last-minute person.
Okay. So what have you learned?
To do things ahead of time.
Okay. Anything else that...
Well, yeah, I agree. If I had a lot more time, I would have put a lot more quality into it.
Though, because if you're a last-minute person, you just always work to the deadline. It's plan differently to be able to do more.
Mhm.
Okay, well done.
Okay,
Oh no, I'm sorry, no.
I was going to say that if you're going to use video and photographs, there has to be some consistency in between them. If you're going to have the 1920s figures anymore, there really ought to be something. And you didn't necessarily need to have figures, you could have used 1920s sound against the modern video, of which there is plenty. The video actually reminded me of Derek John.
Yeah.
6 frames a second,
Yeah.
shooting in the same areas, another British artist who used film a lot. The reason I asked you about specifically, because what you're doing in psychogeography, derive, the French call it, which interestingly is a project being advertised on campus at the minute about the local council want to do something similar. And it goes across literature and comic books, and there's this idea that there is a spirit to a certain kind of spirit to a place, not in a kind of supernatural sense, but in terms of what has happened before, and who has been there before, and the kind of imprinted history. And that particular part where you've got the beach used to be called Thames Beach. That's where working class families in the East End went on holiday every year. They couldn't afford to go to Margate, or so that was a top holiday destination. That's why it has piers and it has a beach.
It's also had
All through the Second World
interesting
War.
art projects there. An artist called Mark Dean did a project with old age pensioners and children doing
Tobacco dogs and all that.
Mm.
There's
put
tons
that
of
in your
history.
portfolio.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much history in that area. And same in the city, some of the city locations you picked.
Mm.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it was a nice idea that you picked photos from the 20s, but it would have been nice if you'd taken that as a starting point and then said, oh, wait a minute, this part of the city, there's a Roman temple under that bank. And,
Yeah.
so that it had some actual significance to that place and what had happened there.
Mhm.